Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? What a blessing to learn and be with high-level learners like you all of my friends. All right, so we're going to do this Chapter 2 mid-chapter test, which is basically going to kind of cover what you will see on the quiz from sections 2-1 to 2-4. And like I said before, I got this off of the book's website, and I have access to all this stuff. You don't. Ha ha ha. You great kids don't. So let's just go through it, and I'm sure a lot of it will be like, I don't remember. Oh yeah, I guess I kind of remember now. Yeah, stuff like that. Part 1. Write the letter for the correct answer in the blank at the right of the question. Make a conjecture given that the points A, B, and C are... Did I lag out? Hello? Am I here? Oh, you were wondering why I paused like that. No, something popped up on my screen. Hello, good. All right, don't worry about it. Just me being dumb. So I have A, B, and C, and I have AC plus CB equals AB. So without looking at the options, I have 3 dash. Okay, I logged out for a second there, and now I'm back in. All right, I don't know what happened. Still recording. God is good. All right, so I have AC to C to B. C is in the middle. So right off the bat, we could say A, that C is in between A and B. I think we can agree with that. That seems to make sense to us all. I don't think that's too wacky pants. What is the truth value of not P or Q and R? Let's put this all together. Okay, let's put this all together. I have not P, which means not true, so false, or Q, which is false. What is the truth value of that? All right, so I have a false or false and true. So what that means over here is I need to ask you true or false. I am ugly, or I have a head of hair, both of which are lies. So this whole thing is a lie. And I'm cool. So I'm telling a lie and a truth at the same time. Is that going to be a true statement? No, because if you're going to combine things with an and, thank you. If you're going to combine things with an and, you have to have them both be true. So false or false means you're telling 2 different lies here. The I am ugly. She's a mean person. This is false. So false or false means it's a lie. So I'm saying I'm telling a lie and the truth. Is the whole statement the truth? No, it's false. What is the truth value of not P? We know not P is false. We know not, this is an and we know that Q is false. So I have a lie and a lie, which makes the whole thing a lie. Or R, which was the truth. So I tell 2 lies up here. I tell 2 lies right here. Here's a lie, which makes the whole thing a lie. So I am ugly and I have hair. So both of which are lies. And even though I'm connecting an and, it makes the whole thing a lie. So I'm saying a lie and a lie. So that's a lie. Or I am cool. So if I say, I'm telling you a lie right now, or I'm telling you the truth, I only need one of them to be true if it's separated by or. I only need one of them to be true. So the truth value of this guy is true because even though I'm saying I'm telling a lie and I'm telling the truth, that would be fake. But if I'm saying I'm telling a lie or I'm telling the truth, since one of those things is true, if it's an or statement, you're allowed to only have one thing be true, to have the whole thing be true, if it's an or statement. If it's an and statement, I have to have both of those things to be true in order for it to be true. So, like, you know, again, I go back to that pizza thing where if a guy says, you know, the pizza guy's like, what do you want on your pizza? And I say sausage or pepperoni. He could give me one or the other, and I should be happy and I can't complain. But if I say sausage and pepperoni, and he only brings me sausage, it's wrong because I asked for both. And with an and, I need both to be true or both to happen in order for it to be a correct statement. Okay, so that's that. All right, for exercises 4 and 5, use the statement, if a ray bisects an angle, then it divides the angle into two congruent angles and the given choices. Oh, sorry. So, all right, if a ray bisects an angle is going to be P, which I'm going to underline in purple. If a ray bisects an angle, then it divides the angle into two congruent angles. So I'm saying P to Q. And then it gives me options. We'll worry about those in a minute. Which choice is the inverse of the given statement? The inverse of a given statement, sorry guys, the inverse of a, let me actually, it seemed like I'm a bit too close and maybe that's just throwing things off. Let me adjust the focus. All right, that should be a little bit better. Sorry about being too close. Oof, too close, a little too close. Put the movie, the name of the movie that I just quoted in the chat. All right, so P is a ray bisects an angle, and Q is it divides the angle into two congruent angles. It's asking me to say the inverse. Inverse is if P, not P, then not Q. So what the inverse would say is if a ray doesn't bisect blah, 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 then it does not divide. All right, so basically the inverse is when you keep it the order that it's in and you flip it. Okay, you flip both of them. So I need the one that says ray does not bisect turns into it does not divide. So F is if a ray divides, nope. If a ray bisects, nope. If a ray does not bisect, so we have promise here, then it does not divide. So this is H. So the inverse is also H. Now, really, you know, I was lazy here in the way that I wrote it out. But I wrote it out in a shortcut way so that I can go to my multiple choices and feel all right about what I did. The contrapositive is when you flip literally everything. Contrapositive is not Q turns into not P. So it's going to be the same as this, same exact as this, but reverse. So does not divide becomes ray doesn't bisect. So I need the one that says it does not divide. A ray divides, no. A ray bisects, no. We already did H. If a ray does not divide an angle into two congruent angles, then it does not bisect the angle. That's the one. Okay? And there's a whole video, the pen and paper video, which Paul likes to call more like marker and whiteboard, which is absolutely hilarious, Paul. Very well done. Very well done. Yes, Santi agrees. All right. Take a look at part dos. Given 2a squared equals 72. It is my hope and prayer that you did this in Algebra 1, so we'll see. I'm just going to solve it real quick. You were taught that when, in Algebra 1, you were taught that when you're solving for a square, You get the a squared or the x squared or whatever it is all by itself first. And this is the part that everybody forgets. If you're solving a square by taking a square root, you have to attach a positive or negative symbol. It's a very easy thing for people to forget. I teach a class to a bunch of adults, and this is something that they forgot the other week. It happens all the time. But what this means is A equals 6, positive 6, or negative 6. A equals positive 6 or negative 6. Yeah. So when it says given 2a squared equals 72, and it tells me that a equals 6, and then it tells me, give me a reason why this is wrong, I would say, well, a equals negative 6. Also, there's two answers there. Write the statement, all right angles are congruent in if-then form. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it there. So if all angles are right, then they are congruent. There's going to be several things on the quiz that I ask you to do this, that I actually ask you to write it out. And so you might be concerned, like if you're writing it out, you might be like, oh no, what if I don't use the exact wordings that Mr. Perich uses? That doesn't matter. You could say, if an angle is right, well, if angles are right, then those angles are congruent. That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't have to be exact to what I do. It should be, because what I do is amazing, but it doesn't have to be that. Okay? 8. Use the law of detachment to write a valid conclusion for statements 1 and 2. Okay? What the law of detachment says is if 1 is true, then 2 is true. Then if you're given 1, 2 has to be true. That sounds weird, but if all fish can swim, then Charlie is a fish. I feel like it's missing a part. It is missing a part. If all fish can swim, then Charlie is a fish. So I'm not sure what they want us to do here. I'm not going to give you a problem like this on the quiz. Maybe I just accidentally said what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. That's a weird problem. We're skipping it. We're skipping it. Law of detachment is if A is true, then B is true. B is going to be true if A is true. It's just a dumb thing. Okay, so here we have a picture. We have a flat area. On that flat area, which is called plane K, I have an F, and then I have A, B, C, which are collinear to each other. And I'm not even looking at this yet. I'm just stating fact. F is not collinear to A, B, C, but A, B, and C are collinear to each other. B is in between A and C. F and A, B, and C live on all of that. So let's see what we have here. Refer to the figure on the right. If A, B, what am I doing? Refer to the figure on the right to do what? Oh, never mind. If AB is congruent to BC, describe a relationship between the points A, B, and C. If AB is congruent to BC, describe a relationship. So AB is congruent to BC. I want to see one word in the chat. We've done problems like this so many times. Just give me one word that would tell me a relationship between these guys, between specifically B. One word. One word. Midpoint. B is a midpoint. Very good, Santi. Santa Claus. Name points that determine the plane K. This is very easy. The points that determine the plane K are A, B, C, and F. Now, in reality, you only need 3 of those points, but I'm listing all 4. Seems kind of counterproductive. But that's it. That almost seems a bit too easy. So this is what I'm going to do, because we've only done this for 20 minutes. I'm getting another piece of paper. And we're going to do one flow proof and one paragraph proof. And I'm just going to make them up right now. Okay, we're going to do a flow proof and we're going to do a paragraph proof. And I'm going to make them up right now. So I'm going to draw a picture over here. Let's call you 3x. Let's call you 5x plus 20. We'll call this A, we'll call that B, we'll call that C, and we'll call that D. We're going to start out with the flow proof. Okay, I'm going to say given angle ADB and angle BDC are supplementary. I need to prove x equals 20. It seems like I was writing that slow. I'm literally making this up off the top of my head, so I kind of need to be careful that I'm doing this stupid math stuff right. And it looks like I did. Otherwise, my face would be so red. Given ADB and BDC are supplementary. So that's going to be my first box. My first box is going to be ADB and angle BDC are, I ran out of room, supplementary. Sup, bro. Sup. The way I would tell people how to remember what supplementary meant is when you would go up to somebody and shake their hand, you would go, sup. And then you do a 180 and turn around. Pretty funny, right, gang? Yes. Yes. That's the given. Thank you. That's the given. What does that mean? If things are supplementary. If things are supplementary, then what that means, oh, thanks, bro. What that means is angle ADB plus angle BDC equal 180 degrees. Why is that? Well, the definition of supplementary. What's ADB? Well, it's 5x plus 20. How do I know that? Well, I just substituted it in. 5x plus 20. What's BDC? 3x. And that equals 180. So what did I just do? I did the substitution property of equality. When you turn things into other things, you substitute. And so I did the substitution property of equality. What three-word phrase did I just do? What three-word phrase did I just do? Combine like terms. Very good. What am I first going to do to both sides? Subtract 20. So that is the subtraction property of equality. Keep getting phone calls all day today, you know, from numbers I don't even recognize. So popular. Maybe it's YouTube finally giving me my sweet money, which you guys frauded me out of. 20 minus 20 cancels out. 180. It is because of the thumbnail. But what happened is somebody said Lily guaranteed me that I would get 100 views by the end of the day. And then Paul texted me, not texted me, but messaged me on Friday, said, look, you have 100 views. And then the next day it went back down to 20. It's so blurry. It shouldn't be that blurry. Now, let me move up. All right, I just combine like terms again. When I take subtract 20 and subtract 20, and then I actually do the math, I combine like terms. What do I do next to both sides? Write it out quick before I do it. Divide it. Good, Paul. Divide 8 from both sides. So what is that called? The division property of equality. X equals 20, and that's because I combine like terms. I like to put a box at the end of things. So I'm just going to put that there and let that breathe for a minute and explain exactly what I did again. I was given a picture. Okay, there it is. It tells me that these two angles are supplementary. So that's my given. I'm given something. Why the boxes? Because flow proofs use boxes. Oh, why the box at the end? I had a math professor in college that would always put boxes at the end of his proofs, and I liked it, and so I stole his idea. Although what I really should do is I should write out my rap name, but too late. All right, so anyway, I have two angles that are supplementary, so I wrote that out. Boop, boop. What does supplementary mean? They add up to 180. And I explained the reason why I did that is because supplementary means they add up to 180. So then instead of writing out my angles, I wrote out my actual measurements, which is what I would do anyway. So everything inside the boxes is what I would do anyway. I'm just putting them in boxes and explaining my work using phrases like definition of supplementary and combine like terms and subtraction property of equality. But I did that. I substituted, and then I went back down here, and then I combined like terms, and I subtracted from both sides. Subtraction property of equality. And then I combine like terms again, and then I divide from both sides. The division property of equality. And then I end up with x equals 20, and I'm done.